My name is Kim McClintock. I'm a registered nurse with Children's Hospital and Medical Center in Omaha, and I work as the school health coordinator. My team works in conjunction with the Nebraska Department of Education, and together we have created 2 vaccine campaigns for schools that we would like to share with you. The first is Fruitful, and the second is Max the Vax. We know there are roughly 340,000 students in Nebraska attending school. And we also know that this is an excellent place for education, not only for students and staff, but also for families around vaccine education and adherence. We also know that after-school programs have a great ability and opportunity to provide positive youth development and to provide a safe space so that youth can explore their potential. And after-school programs can provide a wide range of education and benefits to youth. One of those being physical, emotional, and mental academic development. We know that you can talk about promoting physical health and positive choices around health, and also communicate that information to parents and families as well. So as part of those efforts, I want to encourage you to share these educational materials with your students and staff and families. The first campaign that I want to share with you is the Fruitful COVID-19 vaccine campaign. You can see on this slide that there are a lot of different resources included in this toolkit. You can find all of these resources at childrensomaha.org/fruitful. We have them laid out very easy to navigate, and you can see all of the graphics as well. We know that the pandemic has been facing us for 2 years. It's been a fight. We all are tired and growing weary of it, but we also don't see an end in sight, which really just shows the need for vaccine adherence. The sooner that we're all vaccinated, the sooner that we can get back to the version of life as we all know, or our normal, if we want to call it that. And so to make it easy to send the messages, whether you are school staff or after school staff, this toolkit is really intended to be easy to navigate and use and easy to share, as well as easily edited so that you can create something that works for your district and your environment where you live. So what's the rationale behind why we chose fruit? Well, we wanted something that's positively disruptive. I love that term. We wanted something that sends a positive message, but that something is kind of unexpected. And so we came up with a retro theme initially because we only had this vaccine available for teenagers. But what we found is that these graphics and messages really are relatable to the younger population as well. And so we love these graphics. They're all really based on the old retro knock-knock jokes around fruit. And so when you go into the website and look at the various scripts, you'll see knock-knock jokes kind of scattered throughout. We want to send a serious message, but I think there's a way to do that that is fun and that can be relatable not only to children, but also to families, parents, grandparents, and others in the community. As you can see here, we sent out 3 email blasts, I guess you could say, to over 1,600 school contacts. These were sent out in August and September of 2021. I'm sure some of you saw these, and hopefully you are using some of the resources and looked at the links that are included. You can see some graphics and some of the various parts of this toolkit here. We did create posters. You can see this is the orange one. I love the retro theme and colors. I like the message, "Aren't you glad kids can be vaccinated?" And it even says, "Protecting students against COVID-19 is no joke. Talk to your doctors about COVID-19 vaccines today." We created these in 2 sizes, and they really are intended that you can hang them anywhere. You can put them where kids are playing or eating, learning, the health office, your front door, really anywhere where your families are going to be able to see these. They're intended to go there. These are the posters for the orange theme. In all three of these themes, we have orange, apple, and banana, as you will see. The posters are all created in 4 languages. So in addition to English, we have also produced them in Spanish, Arabic, and Karen. And we've heard some really great feedback of how much schools appreciate these resources in these languages. So here is the apple poster, again, the retro theme, and just very visually appealing, but spreading a serious message. Here is our banana. This is one of my favorites. I love Peel Good, Get Vaxxed. Again, just very colorful and unexpected, but sending a very positive message at the same time. So I don't know how many of you email your families. I'm sure you have to communicate what is happening in your after-school programs, but these email templates are a great way for you to incorporate some education. We make it easy for you. You can see here there are 2 orange buttons where you can download. We also have Banana on the website, but where you can download these email templates. And you can cut and paste, you can add your school logo, you can change the wording if you don't want to use the entire thing. But we have 2 email messages per fruit. So lots of options here for you when you are emailing out your families, just to be able to spread a great message around vaccines. Additionally, we also have resources for families that you can share. We have the COVID helpline where you can find that. Anyone can call. You do not have to be a children's patient to be able to receive help. And also there's a great letter on here from 2 of our physicians. One is Dr. Mel St. Germain. She is in charge of our children's physicians and our urgent care. And then also Dr. Alice Sato. Some of you who have maybe participated in our School Health Learning Collaborative sessions have seen Dr. Sato talk. She is an infectious disease doctor, the hospital epidemiologist. She's very knowledgeable and is very passionate about schools and reaching students and staff and families with expert advice and knowledge around the science of COVID and why vaccines are important. So we also have this that you can share, and they also put some great links in their letter. Social media, great way to reach families. If you use social media in your programs, we also offer in all of the fruit some posts along with the graphics, the images that you can use to send the message. Again, this is a Word document that you can cut and paste and edit as you need. You can also put your logo on there. We have lots of options here for those. This is another great resource to utilize as well. We have a newsletter and blog article kind of listing here that offers you a variety of different choices. If you'd like to share some of this information, you can print it for families, you can send it in an email, lots of great options. But we really just wanted to make sure that we are offering you science-based factual information to help just share some of the really positive messages of why this vaccine is important and really to highlight the safety of it and the ease of getting it as well. So lots of options. As you can see, this listing here with the bullets are actual links to those videos and articles. We also have at the bottom a myth versus fact sheet. I like this one. It's very easy to read and it really just shares the myths and then the science and the medical expertise behind the idea. And then also we have an FAQ and we have just other resources that are really valuable. We also have robocall and student announcements. I know some of you probably are not working during the school day, as this is really more about after school. But I want you to know that these exist so that if you do work during the school day and are interested in these, this is another option and resource that is available on the website. These are our stickers. Very cute, retro themed. These are readily available. If you're interested in these, you can get a hold of me. My contact information is at the end of this video, and I can help you, but you can also find ways to print these on the website. These are a great way to give out stickers. Who doesn't love a sticker? And they're also very visually appealing. So lots of great resources with this campaign. And again, if you're interested in the website, it's www.children'somaha.org/fruitful. So children'somaha.org/fruitful. So let's transition over to our second campaign, Max the Vax. Amplify the power against COVID. Get your child vaccinated. I love this graphic. I think it's very visually appealing to all ages. If you're interested in looking at the website, it's listed here on this slide, maxthevaxne.org. That's maxthevaxne.org. So one thing that we feel between the Department of Education and Children's is that it's very important for Nebraskans to recognize that we have providers all across the state who are supportive of vaccinations for children. We also know that there has been feedback across the state and really across the nation that parents and guardians and children's I guess just other family members who are supporting them and caring for them. We've heard from a lot of those groups that they trust their family local provider. And so the goal of this list of over 200 providers on the website who support vaccinations is really for people to get on and say, oh, look, here are the providers in my area who support vaccinations, in the hope that this may help move the needle for some families just to really think twice or maybe move closer to vaccination for themselves, but also for their children as well. So we've listed those out, and we are super excited to say that there are over 200 providers who are on this website. Another great resource that Max the Vax has on the website is a very easy to use map. It's interactive. You can click on your county. You can see where vaccinations are available near you. And the goal is really to make it easy to find a vaccination site, but also to just be educated. This is great to know. I don't know how often this topic comes up with your families, but it's a good information for you to kind of carry in your back pocket so that if you have the opportunity to talk about vaccinations with families or even just with students, that you know where they can go to get a vaccination. So we make it really easy by just having this interactive map on our website for you. So another great resource is that Max the Vax was developed to provide families with vaccination resources and information straight from the source. So this is a list of buttons on the Max the Vax website. Again, that's maxthevaxne.org. And these all lead to resources and articles that come from Nebraska physicians and healthcare providers. And the goal here is that each button leads the viewer to articles and important medical information around vaccine safety. Again, with the thought that parents and guardians can get answers and stay informed about the safety and ease of vaccination, what to expect afterwards. That's always one of the big questions is my child going to get sick? And does this affect pregnancy in the future and their ability, to have children someday? That's a huge question that comes up repeatedly. Lots of information about development and is this going to interfere with that, or side effects, all kinds of things. So we want to make it very, very easy for families to get great information. And so Max the Vax has really been thoughtful about the medical information that we put on here, and hopefully also just to kind of demystify the vaccine. There's a lot of sensationalized information out there, unfortunately. So we want to make sure that the resources that are available are based on science and very much supported and vetted through our Nebraska medical experts, and that's exactly what we've been able to do here. So lots of great resources, very visually appealing, very easy to navigate the website. So get on there and get some of these resources and share them with your families. So like I said, both of these initiatives are provided in partnership between Children's and NDE. We're excited to bring these to you. We know that this pandemic is not going away anytime soon. We also know, like I said earlier, that the sooner that we can get people vaccinated, the closer and the faster we will get to our normal that we miss, where we can all not be wearing masks, not have restrictions about being out in public, and just really get back to that quality of life that we all miss. So thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate your time. If you have information about these campaigns, if you'd like more information, if you have questions, or if you'd like to know how to access these resources, I would be happy to speak with you. You can email or call me and I can help you out. Thank you for your time and have a great day.